Let me ask you something. What if I told you that your housing society, right now, as you're watching this, might be doing something illegal, and you wouldn't even have a clue?
I'm talking about things like overcharging you, maybe even threatening you, or just straight up denying you your basic rights as a homeowner. A lot of people are getting harassed in ways that are, well, completely against the law.
And you know what the worst part is? Most people they suffer through it in silence. Why? Because they've been led to believe this one big, powerful myth.
The myth that whatever the committee says goes, that it's the law. Let me be crystal clear about this. It is not so. Today, we're going to break down the 5 most common illegal things your housing society might be doing.
And you're going to want to stick around, because number 4, oh boy, number 4 can land a committee in some serious legal trouble. Trust me, you'll want to see this, because one of these things could be happening to you right now.
All right, let's just jump right in with a real story. So I get this call from a member, and he's in a total panic. His society, they pasted this huge defaulter notice on the main board with his flat number. I mean, can you imagine? Neighbors, visitors, everyone saw it. They even threatened to cut his services. He felt totally humiliated, like he had no options. But what he did next absolutely shocked the committee because guess what? The law wasn't on their side at all.
And that story perfectly leads us to our first point, which is probably the most common one out there, the fake fine scheme. I'm talking about arbitrary fines and totally illegal penalties. This stuff happens every single day.
You know how it goes, right? Late with maintenance? Fine. Your guest parked in the wrong spot? Slap them with a fine. A tiny renovation? Fine. Drying clothes on your own balcony? Yep, that's a fine too. Got a pet? You won't believe it. Another fine. It's like some committees think they can just make up punishments as they go along.
And here's the key thing you got to remember. A managing committee is not a private government. They can't just run things based on their personal moods. But here's the problem. So many of us just pay these ridiculous fines out of fear, right? We don't even stop to ask, hey, is this even legal? And that, right there, that's where the abuse of power really starts.
But listen, as bad as these fake fines are, believe me when I say, what some committees do when they're trying to recover maintenance dues, it gets so much worse.
Which brings us to illegal thing number 2, harassment disguised as maintenance recovery. And yeah, this is where things can get really, really ugly.
I'm talking about those public name-and-shame defaulter boards, those threatening letters they slip under your door. Or how about getting publicly shamed by a committee member in the society WhatsApp group? It goes even further, blocking your access to the gym or the pool, refusing to do essential repairs for your flat. Some even threaten to cut off your water or stop the lift for you. It's insane.
Let me be super clear on this. There are legal ways to recover dues. What I just described, that's not it. Harassment is not recovery. It's coercion, plain and simple. That's not cooperative living, it's just bullying. And way too many people put up with it because they have no idea they can actually fight back.
Okay, but hold on. This next one, this is where the real scandals often start. Illegal thing number 3, hiding the paper trail, refusing to be transparent. And this, my friends, is a massive red flag.
So you've seen this, right? You, as a member, and it's your right, you ask to see the society accounts, or the audit report, or the contracts with vendors. And what's the response? Oh, that's confidential. Or, that was a committee decision. The classic, members don't need to know. Listen, when the transparency goes away, that's usually when the misuse of funds begins. Secrecy is the perfect cover for financial monkey business.
All right, and now it's time for the one I warned you about at the beginning, the illegal act that committees are praying you never find out about. Because this one, it hits at the very heart of your rights as a property owner.
Illegal thing number 4, your property, their rules. I'm talking about illegally refusing to give you NOCs and permissions. And trust me, this one shocks people every time they hear it.
And this is the trap they set step by step. Step 1, you need an NOC, right? Maybe to rent out your flat, or sell it, or just do a repair. Step 2, the committee starts delaying. Step 3, they start obstructing, just putting up roadblocks. And step 4, you're trapped. They're acting like they own the whole building, not like they're there to help.
Okay, listen to me very carefully on this. A lot of committees act as if they own your property. Let me say that again. They do not. See, just because someone sounds authoritative doesn't mean what they're doing is legal, and that's the trap so many of us fall into. We just give up our rights. And all of this leads us to number 5, our final point. And honestly, it might just be the worst one. This is when power doesn't just corrupt, it turns into outright abuse. Illegal thing number 5, when the committee starts personally targeting members.
This is that selective enforcement of rules. You know, one set of rules for their friends and another set for the rest of us. We're talking about personal vendettas, where they single out one person and just make their life miserable. It's getting threatening letters because you dared to disagree with them in a meeting, or having to deal with completely false complaints filed against you. I bet some of you watching have seen this, or maybe you've even lived it.
Let's call it what it is. That's not management. That is a straight-up abuse of power. It's so important to remember, cooperative housing is not supposed to be a private dictatorship. The committee's power is not absolute. Okay, so let's wrap this up with a quick recap. Think of this as your 5-point defense checklist. Number 1, arbitrary fines. 2, harassment in the name of recovery. 3, hiding the books, no transparency. 4, illegally blocking your permissions. And 5, straight-up abuse of committee power. Now, I have a question for you. Which one of these have you personally seen or experienced? Let me know in the comments below. I'm genuinely curious, and yeah, I really do read every single one.
Okay, so if any of this sounds familiar, first thing, don't panic. Here's your game plan. Start documenting everything. Keep every notice, every email, screenshot those WhatsApp messages. When they make an unlawful demand, challenge it, and always do it in writing. And the most important thing, get to know your society's bylaws. Seriously, you have more protection than you think. And look, if you live in a housing society, you need to subscribe to this channel right now. Why? Because every single week, we are exposing the rights that most committees are hoping you never find out about. In fact, our very next explainer is 5 rights society members don't even know they have, and you're not going to want to miss that. So if this was helpful at all, do me a favor and hit that like button. And more importantly, share this in your society's WhatsApp group. Seriously, that one share from you could be the thing that saves one of your neighbors from being harassed.
And never, ever forget this. A committee's power has limits. Your rights as a homeowner, they don't just disappear the second you walk through your society gate.